Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it may be when you guys are tuning in to this broadcast. And you know what I just thought about? Hold on one quick second. Because I just thought about the fact, I'm going to tell y'all in 1 second what I thought about. Give me one quick second. Uh, nope. Hold on. Hold on. And then that moment when you mess up. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I don't think I'm missing anybody. Wait a minute. Mhm. Come out. Okay, wait a second. Give it a moment. Give it a moment. Hold on. Some would have said, why not just wait till you was ready?" Y'all, I didn't know I wasn't ready. It's been one of those days. It's been a minute since I've been on, but what I'm trying to do is edit my privacy because I know when I typically use StreamYard, it does not default me to public. So hold on one quick second. All right, let's try this again. Yep. Okay. All right. So let's try it now, y'all. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it may be when you are tuning in to this broadcast. I am your international award winning author, filmmaker, empowerment specialist, and inspiring coach and equipping authors, women, and entrepreneurs with the information and inspiration to be your best selves. I am not going to be on very long today, guys. I just really want to kind of jump on real quick, um, give some updates with some stuff and yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've been on. It's been a lot of stuff going on. So as you guys come on, please feel free to say hello. Let me know that you are watching. Feel free to like and share, and then tag somebody you believe that may benefit from this broadcast. Hold on, I want to let me tag my followers real quick. I need y'all to, give me a second. Act like I'm brand new. Act like I'm brand new. So that way, hold on. Okay. Mm. Okay, hold on. All right, so as y'all coming on, y'all listen. Let me tell you something. It's been a day, but it's okay. I want to just come on real quick. Like I said, I want to come on, talk about some things. As you all are coming in, please say hello. I will not be on long. I'm just literally coming in, coming out. This is not a particular podcast, so this is not aspects of entrepreneurship. This is not total woman experience. This is not the bread builders. This is not inspirational talk. Like this is just Neil coming in, just as me giving you guys some updates. So say hey and let me know that y'all watching. Just a quick note. I need y'all to say a couple prayers for me. I think this weather is doing some things. I've been experiencing some congestion. But we don't have time for all that. So y'all just go ahead and say a prayer my way. But listen, I don't know if anybody else, and I think that more than just me did experience, I think it was last week sometime when we were having a little bit of trouble logging onto Facebook, right? So whether it was Facebook, Messenger, I heard some people say that it was even LinkedIn. And so I just wanted to stop really quickly just to share with you guys. That you may want to, if you didn't already, if you haven't already, if other people haven't already discussed it, like start prepping. giving yourself a backup plan. Start connecting with people who you want to be connected with. Start getting their contact information now. So this is just kind of like a PSA, right? Facebook is definitely a huge resource in the lives of many, especially if you are a business, whether small business or otherwise, an organization, a brand. And if you are or have been benefiting from what the services that Facebook provides, take what just happened, like I said, it's very recently. Take that as a warning, right? And if there are people, because there are certain people who are probably legitimately addicted to not just Facebook but social media holistically, so that if it were to shut down, you may not know what to do. Those people might would lose their mind, and we would not want that to happen. For those of you who only use it for professional purposes, or even like social purposes, like you've legitimately connected with some folk, take the time to like hit them up in the inbox and get their phone numbers, get their email addresses, some type of contact information, so that heaven forbid, if one day Mark Zuckerberg wakes up and it's already been said that he's already selling stocks of Meta. So we don't know why he's selling shares. We don't know what the plan is, and many times we don't know until it has already happened, whatever the it is. Many times we don't know what's going on unless you're sitting in the room reading up about it. And a lot of times people are not actively or proactively, hey Rich, a lot of times people are not actively or proactively reading to find out what's going on. It's not until the things have already happened that we then are reacting to it. And so I would say, again, for those of you who are on social media, I am right now simulcasting across Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And so I don't know how many people are seeing this across platforms, but the point is there are a lot of different people that I'm connected to. I would very much encourage people, and I've been doing it, but it really kind of encouraged me and was kind of like a warning for me to be even more intentional about connecting with those people um that I want to stay connected to, right? Like there are certain people, and I saw a girlfriend of mine posted this. She's like, she saw somebody that she's connected to on social media. She saw them in real life. And when she saw them, she was going to go up to them and, like start talking to them to kind of like congratulate them about some of the bigger moments and give condolences about some of the sadder moments. And she said it was at that moment that she realized she didn't necessarily know them like for real, right? Like she only knew them from the things that had been shared via social media. And I share that to say this. If there are people, we know that social media plays its part, and many people have formed real relationships because of social media. I formed a ton of real relationships with people in real life based upon a social media interaction or engagement. And so, again, in short, if there are people who you are connected to that you would like to stay connected to, maybe you just talk to them on the phone, maybe you text them, you send them an email. If you would like to stay connected with them, then take a quick second and say, hey, you know what? We talk all the time. We interact all the time, but I don't have your email address. I don't have your phone number. So, would you mind us staying in touch with each other? You'd be surprised how many people are like, absolutely, I feel the exact same way. And I know that because when I did that, when I started sending out messages to people to say, hey, you know what? Would you like to stay connected to me outside of this platform? Many people responded affirmatively, right? So that's the first thing. Again, I'm just jumping on real quick, not going to be on here long. A lot of people I know experienced that I guess you would call it a scare. I wasn't necessarily scared. I just didn't get on Facebook that day. I found out like through another platform that everything was okay, but I just went back and did, tended to other business. So like I say, I do know that I know for a fact that it was Messenger, it was Facebook. I heard that it was LinkedIn. We don't know what's going on. We don't know the bigger plan. What we do know is that for this season, which has been lasting for over a decade now. We woke up and one day there was this thing called Facebook, right? But guess what? The same way that one day there was a thing called, so once upon a time, there used to be a platform called Periscope, and now there isn't. You just never know. One day you may wake up and Facebook may be a memory, a great memory for many people, but a memory all the same. And so, don't allow your Facebook existence to have been in vain, so to speak. Like, if ever, for whatever reason, if it gets shut down, like, use it for what it was meant for, and allow your connections to be made. So you're meeting people, you're connecting with people, with groups, with organizations. Be sure to, if this is something that you want in your real everyday life, be sure to take the time to connect with somebody from there, whether it's the creator of the group, whether it's an active member of the group. Be sure to connect, so that way, if this thing actually happens for real for an extended period of time, you don't have to have suffered any loss other than just that of convenience. So that's the one thing that I want to say. The second thing, I want to talk about this docu series, I Survived It All. um it's very humbling to talk about this. I have This is a project that God gave me, and for every Friday this month, we are debuting a different segment. The first two Fridays have already gone by, but it's every Friday. So the first Friday we debuted the segment on the death of a loved one, and last Friday we did domestic violence, and it has just been so inspiring for me, not just as the creator and the event planner, but just as an attendee, to be able to witness, to um, watch people watch my work. And I'm sure the women whose stories were provided, who have been in the room, probably, and have those who have already gone forth, have said the same thing, that it's something to watch people watch your story, or watch people listen to you. And it has just been very humbling. It has been um, such an honor to do something like this, right? It was a little bit different. 2022, I created a documentary called The Four Eyes of the Black Man, and in that documentary, it was a one-time situation. I was featuring 28 black men across the country, rented out the movie theater that was on 87th and State Street here in Chicago. It has since shut down, but it was just an honor to host them and to be able to honor them, right? But with this docu series, it's a little bit different because it's a weekly thing. Like every week, every Friday, it's, putting this together and being able to connect, not just me connecting with these women because I was already connected with them, but being able to connect them with other women, being able to create an atmosphere. And this is not a women's only thing, even though it's Women's History Month, and one of the hashtags is Women Empowering Women, right? Like each night we've had men in the room, and this is not even just a black woman situation. Like we've had, it's been a blessing to see the diversity in age, in race, in gender, coming to learn more about what we as women not just go through, but what we grow through, right? And so I invite you guys to come on out On this Friday night, we'll be doing the third segment, which is on devastation. It's on the west side of Chicago, 1612 South Hamlin, which is right off of Pulaski, again in Chicago. And it's going to be featuring stories from Aretha Tatum, Melissa Peel, Lady Melissa Peel, Justina Page, and Victoria Dubose. And I'm when I was assembling this, when I was looking through it, editing it down before I had to send it off to the final editor, um, I was just amazed. I was just amazed. And again, I don't mean by my work, I mean by what these women have endured, because I know all of these women and I didn't know this story about any of these women. And so it goes to show you how you can know someone, or at least think you know someone, but until you actually talk to them, until you actually give yourself an opportunity to listen, right? So many times, and a lot of times I don't think that is purposeful. I don't think that we're maliciously doing it, but many times we just talk about us, ourselves, our lives, what we're doing. And when we talk to people, it's almost like it's become just an autopilot thing, right? Hey, how you doing? I'm fine. How are you? I'm fine. Like, but are you really fine? You know what I'm saying? Like, do we actually take the time to listen to what somebody has gone through, to listen to their story, what has impacted them? And a lot of times the answer is no. And so it has been such an honor for me to be able to sit with these women, to give them a chance to tell their stories that, like I said, some have never shared before, whether it's because one of the women said to me, I didn't think that anybody cared about what I had to say. And we should always know that we matter. Right. So, in this being Women's History Month, I am intentional about celebrating these women, and I try to do that every day. I am not one who really believes in waiting until February to celebrate Black people, waiting until March to celebrate women, waiting until May to celebrate, my mom when she was here, or June to celebrate my father when he was here. But I try my best to honor all of those whom honor is due. I don't wait until my children's birthday to do something, to take care of them. And I think that sometimes it's like we're waiting for an invitation to do the things that we're naturally supposed to do. But I'm a huge believer in, making doing the right thing your lifestyle, so that way because if it's a part of what you do all the time, it doesn't matter what the calendar says. If it's a part of what you do all the time, you don't have to try to figure out how to do it or what to do, because you're doing it all the time. And so that's another thing that I would say to us is make sure that, again, you're living every day intentionally, that you are honoring people that you care about on a regular basis, that you take the time to listen to somebody else other than yourself, that you take the time to celebrate somebody other than yourself, and let somebody else know that they matter, their voice matters, their story matters, their presence matters. And so, finally, I would be remiss if I did not. Hello, Lady Melissa. Hey, Tony. I would be remiss if I did not I also encourage you all to vote next Tuesday, our primary elections. Now, many of you know, some may not know that I am running for MWRD Commissioner on behalf of the Green Party. I am the chairwoman of the Cook County Green Party. And when you go on next Tuesday, or even for those of you who have early voted, you will not see my name because of being on the Green Party's ticket. Then we automatically, advance, if you want to say it like that, to the general election on November 5th. And again, if we if we had enough candidates where we'd have a ballot, then obviously I would be encouraging you all to make sure that you vote for Green Party candidates come March 19th. However, that is not our story, at least not for now. One of the things that I'm working on being the chair of Cook County is to get more people involved, is to get people more educated about third party options, about what it means to be a difference maker, right? And to be a change agent. Because I think a lot of times, my mantra, I educate and empower. That's across the board. It's not in one particular aspect. At my church, I educate and empower. With politics, I educate and empower. In the literary realm, I educate and empower. Like, no matter what or who, that is my gift. That's why I'm an empowerment specialist, right? Like, that's what I do. I know how to break down information, because a lot of times I'm around people that's like me, people that may not have known, fill in the blank, whatever it may be. So, like, I have an organization for authors, independent authors. Why? Because once upon a time I was an independent author, and there I didn't have a me. I didn't have somebody explaining to me, what to do, how to do it. I didn't have somebody, being that role model, so to speak. And so I became it. And it's the same thing with the Green Party. Like, now that I've been a part of it, I have had a great experience with it. And so it's not enough for a good experience for you to experience it. Don't let it die with you, right? Like, I'm a firm believer of each one reach one, or each one teach one. So if you have a positive encounter wherever that is, then, for me, you should feel compelled to spread that and to share that. And so, like I say, in an ideal world, then the Green Party will also be on the ballot, and you would have options on this March 19th to vote for us. However, you don't. But that said, I would. I encourage you all, even if you're going to wait until November 5th to vote for the general election, definitely do that. I'm not telling you not to vote. I'm going to tell you that if you choose to vote on March 19th, make sure that you do your due diligence, right? And I put myself on blast before joining the Green Party. I did not know to do the research, right? Like, it was almost like, well, it's good enough because at least I'm going to the polls to vote. Yeah, but if you don't know who you're voting for, if you don't know anything about what's going on, sometimes you may be doing more harm than good. And so, no, this is not me telling you not to vote. This is not me telling you who to vote for, at least not now anyway. Come November 5th, I'm be telling you to vote for me. I'm be telling you to vote for me. But for March 19th, what I am telling you to do is, do not assume. I don't care who you typically align with, and I'll say it for the record. Uh, Being a black woman, the way we grew up, we were always taught that poor black people vote Democrat and rich white people vote Republican. And I had to grow up to learn that that was not the truth. And why am I saying that? Because there are many, many, many other people, and I've learned that through my campaign and through the petitioning. Many other people were taught the same thing. Many other people were taught, hey, it doesn't matter who, you just vote blue, right? Where you don't have to know. And a young lady that I'm connected with now, she's the one who I heard even say that. Like, I've heard it that way. I mean, I've heard it said, but never that way before. But that's the bottom line. Like, basically, black people were always just told, hey, just vote Democratic because you black, you poor, so that's what we do. And I'm not telling you that that's true, and I'm not telling you it's false, but I'm saying, don't automatically assume that every Republican is right, and don't assume that every Democrat is right. There is so many holes right now, y'all. Like, if I'm just being honest, and this is not going to be a political show, but it is so many issues with both sides. And that's one of the reasons why I'm really kind of dedicated to this Green Party and trying to help to raise awareness. Because the unfortunate part is that we have a lot of people who do understand that both sides of the major political system, this duopoly, that both of them are very, very flawed. But unfortunately, there are no other options. So if you're a person who believes, hey, that my vote and my voice makes a difference, then you're going to typically be proactive and you're going to go and vote, believing that it's going to make a change for the better. Um, but what happens when both of your options are poor options, right? And so for me, I wholeheartedly, genuinely believe in the values of the Green Party, and that's the reason why I'm a part of the Green Party. And so it has kind of become my mission to start recruiting people, to start educating people, to start, helping people to understand why it is that, and that's actually one of the books that I am working on now. Not sure when it will be released, but it will be sometime this year. That's called "It's Not Politics, It's Principles." Being green in Illinois, what it means to be green in Illinois, and not just even Illinois, beyond Illinois, but the people who are helping me to write this book. We are all out of Illinois, and so the fact of the matter, like I say, is that there is another option, but because we are not mainstream, because we are grassroots, a lot of people don't necessarily know about us yet. But like I say, whether we build one brick at a time or not, we are going to gain momentum. And that is just my own prediction, whether it's this year, next 5 years. The name of the game is just like building any brand, right? Is to make sure that you are marketing, you're promoting, you're putting it out there, you're getting other people to talk about it as well. And so, anyway, guys, I'm going to come off my soapbox in that regard and just encourage you holistically. Like I said, if you believe in the parties, any of the parties that's running on March 19th, then do your due diligence and vote for them. Make sure that you're putting them in office. With me, I'm running for Metropolitan Water Reclamation District Commissioner, and I know that that's an uphill battle, but I'm up for the challenge, right? It's only three people who are going to be elected for the 6 year term, which is what I'm running for, and three of those who are running are all incumbents. So I understand that appears to be difficult, but what I also know, and this is probably a controversial statement in the political realm, but I know that there's nothing too hard for God. I know that whatever is meant to happen will happen, and that all things work together for good. So I don't stress myself out. I'm not a person, I don't run a smear campaign. I'm never going to pull down my opponents. I don't mudsling, like, because if I can't beat you fair and square, then what good does the victory serve, right? Like if I have to do something to muddy the waters, then that doesn't say anything good about my character. And if I'm asking you to allow me to be your leader, but I wouldn't want for you to duplicate what I did, then you know what I'm saying? So I believe in running, and I know that most people, when you think about integrity, most people do not relate politics and integrity. But I want to bring that back. I don't even refer to myself as a politician for that very reason. I am not your typical politician. I am not, a person that's just all about title. And if y'all don't went to my wall, I just redid my cover photo on Facebook. I got enough titles, y'all. I do a lot. I'm not running for office because I need another title. Not running for office because I need to be seen or because I'm looking for attention. I'm running for office because I really do believe that I can affect change in a positive way. I'm running for office because I really do believe that the citizens of Cook County need to know more. They need to be more educated about what's going on. So many times, again, like I just said about the social media thing, so many times we don't know about anything until it's too late. It's done already happened, and I just feel like there are a lot of incidents that's happened within these last 3 to 4 months that's a direct connect with what I'm saying. People not knowing about anything until it's too late. And so for me, I literally want to be a voice of and for the people. But again, that's neither here nor there. I don't want to confuse anybody because next Tuesday, when you vote, if you haven't already, you won't see my name on next Tuesday's ballot, but you will see my name guaranteed. You will see my name on November 5th. I've already been, forwarded on to the general election ballot, but just be on the lookout. And if there's anybody who wants more information about the Green Party, more information about helping with my commissioner campaign, then hit me up in the inbox or put your, comment in the comment box below and I'll connect with you. But like I say, that's pretty much it, guys. I didn't want to be on here long. I just want to come on and say, hey, because, and as y'all can hear, I am hoarse. I didn't even know I was this hoarse because I would not have come on. I wouldn't have come on had I known that I was this hoarse, but I want to come on because it's been a minute. I cannot even say that I will consistently be coming on for the remainder of this month because again, every week I have been premiering a different docu series, and there's so much stuff that's going on behind the scenes just to try to ensure that that is a success. And I was just so blessed. One of the ladies is from Houston, Texas. She came all the way from Houston, Texas, just to be here, and it meant so much. It meant so much because she didn't have to do that, but it was well worth it. Now I'll say it like that. So at some point, guys, whenever I do come back on, I'm probably going to be gearing on to come on consistently starting Monday, April 1st. But like for the remainder of this month, I'll probably just be checking in and out with you all. Just be like, hey, don't forget my face. This is what she looked like, for better, for worse. Leave it alone. But for better, for worse, this is no makeup. This is, like just me how I am. Most of the time, I don't do a whole lot other than some eyeliner and lip gloss. But I just want to come on real quick because I haven't been on, and I just wanted you guys to know I appreciate everything that everybody has been doing in the form of support. I want to keep you guys posted on what's going on so that hey, she's still in the land of the living. She's just super duper busy right now, and that's the reason why you're not seeing me. But know that you can expect to see more of me. And so if you're tired of me, probably unfriend me now. Unfriend me now, block and delete right now because it's only going up from here. It's only going up from here. It's only going to get better. It's only going to be more things that I'll be talking about. And the great thing for and with me is that I'm not a selfish person, and so the things that I do are very rarely just for me. Very rarely are they ever just for me. I'm typically creating platforms for others because that's just kind of what I do and it's who I am. So again, guys, I appreciate everybody who tuned in, whether you tuned in from Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, not Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or X, formerly known as Twitter. I want to say thank you. If you are not already doing so, please find and follow me at my name is Tennille across the board. You can also find and follow me at Educated and Empowered. But yeah, so we are getting a lot of things tuned up behind the scenes as well. And hopefully, prayerfully, I'll be able to launch and release more information about everything else that I'm working on. But that's all for now. Thank you all so much. And don't forget, you can become a sponsor of my shows when I come back. But again, this was not officially a show. This was just Tennille checking in, saying hey. But I love you guys so much. And you guys stay encouraged.